It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Timberwolves come into town for this one. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Outside, Beal. Screen by Bol. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. And for those who are tuning in for offensive fireworks, Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. And Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Outside, Beal. Back to Booker. A rebound by the Timberwolves. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. There's a screen. Here's KD. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Stolen by Durant. One-on-one fast break. And finished off by Beal.
Well, the speed and athleticism of Bradley Beal on display, streaking out for the early offense.
Pass to Reed. Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
A minute 50 left in the first. The drive by Booker. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
17 foul.
Minnesota on D. Left side Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over McDaniels. Fires for 3.
And as a defender, Edwards' speed and agility make him tough to shake. No easy shots with him on you.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, we never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. .121 left to play here in the first. Suns trail by 8. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Now here's Edwards. Still scoreless.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Driving inside. And Edwards slams it in.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've got
14.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Picked his pocket. Alexander Walker on the wing. And Reed has it in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. Reed's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Booker outside. Outside, Beal. Back to Booker. The layup off target. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Pass to Durant. Shoots over McDaniel. Durant, no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Alexander Walker. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Here's Booker. Booker going to work inside.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Spins. Edwards inside. Fires, high post. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Suns trail by 9. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
1:41 left to play here in the half. Unloads from 13. Can't hit that one. Timberwolves leading by 9. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Shots good by Alexander Walker.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
To the middle, Durant. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Edwards slashing in. And stolen by Dunn. It's Beal on the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Beal's got 5 now.
Don't you love the confidence of Bradley Beal? In rhythm, in the catch-and-shoot game, so good.
Edwards, no good. Suns trail by 7. For 3, Durant. Doesn't go that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here's Phoenix.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Edwards looking it over. And finished off by Edwards.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. 6 seconds left here in the second. 1 second left. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Timberwolves leading by 5. So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Here's Edwards, diving in, and Edwards with the stuff.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Done outside. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Durant. Stolen by Reed. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Suns trail by 4. Stolen by McDaniels. And here we go. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Drains the wing train. Edwards got 11 points.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Right side Durant. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Jaden McDaniels.
That's on Jaden McDaniels.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Pass to Booker. Right side, Kevin Durant. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. KD's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Suns. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards!
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Outside Durant. Minnesota with the rebound. Outside Edwards. They get it back. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 6-point game. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Don't sleep on the athletic ability of Bradley Beal. I know he's a sweet shooter, but boy, can he get off his feet.
Pass to Reed. Out to Edwards. Puts up a 3. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Edwards inside. And Reed has it in the corner. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Banked in off the glass. Alexander Walker's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's ready to talk things through with the team. That'll be a 5-second call.
Timberwolves ball.
For 3, Edwards. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him.
The Timberwolves, 38.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Suns trailed by 7. Outside, Beal. Back to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. You wouldn't know they were down from what he was talking about. He was positive with the team. He was calm. He said he wanted to keep them focused. It's a pretty good approach, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Edwards, no good. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
It's stolen by Edwards.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got into position for the steal.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Here's Edwards. Done with some nice D. Suns trail by 8. Booker, right side. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, there's an activity level and a skill level that makes Devin Booker problematic on the offensive end. He dares defenders to get physical with him.
Good on both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Edwards drives in. Edwards with the burst.
Combination of size and athleticism makes Anthony Edwards so tough to check on the drive. Good luck and good night.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Randle. And here's the fast break. Randle leading it all the way. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
Well, you love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
That's tipped. Outside, KD. Randle with the block.
How about Randle with the send-it-back block? Nicely done, Julius.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Tries the spin move. Pass to McDaniels. 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Suns trail by 10. Beal from long range. The rebound by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right wing. And stolen by Bull. Pass to Durant. The 3. They get it again. For 3. It's hauled in by Edwards.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
And Edwards slams it in.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Bull, that's good. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Timberwolves with possession here. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Phoenix.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Reed. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Welcome to Minnesota, the home court advantage for the Timberwolves here at the Target Center. Pass to Reed. And here's Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Driving in. And Edwards with the stop.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Booker. And Reed has it in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, I talked to him about the challenge of trying to stop Kevin Durant. Coach said it's about not letting him get into a rhythm. I told the guys they need to focus on staying in front of him and trying to contest everything. Easier said than done, but we'll see if they can even make things difficult for KD. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the and-one opportunity.
Now here's Booker. Back to Beal. Back to Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. On offense, Devin Booker really does it all for his teams. He scores well and assists others. Richard, he can do it all.
You love to see that from a superstar. Booker just wants points on the board. And if he can't get a shot, he'll get a look for someone else.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 5. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. It's Phoenix with the rebound. Outside, KD. Can't cash in from close range. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 4-point game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside for Randall. Pick by Reed. Shot clock at 6. Count it, good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside, KD. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Richards. Takes it out to Booker. And an intentional foul right there. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. .51 seconds left from the first quarter of the game. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
The 19-foot shot, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Randall, the layup missed. Shoots the 3. That shot off. Good if it goes. No good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Outside, Beal buries the long-range jumper. Beal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
On the clock. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
And Durant's jumper is as pure as it gets. You just assume ahead of time it's going in.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. And stolen by Dunn. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Booker outside. Over Edwards. No good from Booker.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And coming in as a floor spacing 2 guard. How impressive is it, RJ, that Devin Booker is holding down the point?
And it's not just the rate of assists. He's limiting his turnovers in great fashion, too, despite his high usage.
Back to Durant. Stolen by McDaniels. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. AD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the three of us, but our whole team. The coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. Pass to Beal. Bull with it. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Just 2 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here's Edwards. He's got 7. It's hauled in by Dunn.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? On the wing, DiVincenzo. Back to Reed. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Randall with the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Suns trailing. Outside Durant. Durant driving the lane. Lays it up and banks it in. KD's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you see those long strides of Durant eating up ground in a hurry.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here is Edwards. Right wing. Down low. Second shot opportunity.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Booker, right side. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
He made that way more difficult than it had to be with that leading jumper. As a result, he comes away empty.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
That's just too easy for D-Book. You can't give him an opening like that.
Edwards inside. Pass to McDaniels. And here's Reed. Out to Edwards. That three off the mark.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency, Kevin. Takes great shots, and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer. It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And he can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Here is Edwards. He's covered by Beal. Now Randall. And stolen by Dunn. Here's Booker. Booker brings the fans to their feet.
How does he do that? Booker absorbs the foul but stays cool, knocks down the shot.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. RJ, we know that the Suns missed the playoffs for about a decade, but now they seem to be getting some traction. How do you view them?
I view them as a team that's in transition. Obviously, they have Devin Booker, the homegrown star. The guy has blossomed there in front of everyone's eyes. And after that finals run, they've really been searching. He's the last player there. But whenever you have Kevin Durant on your team, you are always on the verge of something special.
Beal with it. Picked up by Edwards. Back to KD. Just 5 on the clock. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Edwards with it. Now Beal defending. Here's the floater. No good on the layup. The Suns leading. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Left side, Edwards. Edwards loves it in there.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's KD. Takes it out to Booker. 6 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Durant, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A three for DiVincenzo. Tie game in Minnesota. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
25.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And the Timberwolves with possession here. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nick Richards. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's DiVincenzo. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And KD, here we go. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
On defense, Minnesota. Shot from the top of the key. That doesn't go either for KD. Edwards with it. To take the lead. Edwards cashing in from outside.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you.
The drive by Booker. KD on the wing. And KD burns it down.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. The Suns making a change here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice on the team during the timeout. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. You're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thank you, David. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
Here's Reed, and a miss there on the triple. The Suns trailing. On the wing, Booker. Five to shoot. To the inside. Durant. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Edwards looking it over. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Reed with it. Here's Randall. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And you'll never see Randall back down in a big moment. He's looking to be the guy when they need a bucket.
Screen by Bull. Done shot's good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
104 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Edwards. Got it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Kicks it out to Booker. Right side Durant. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Clock is at 3. KD draws the double. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And Reed has it in the corner. They get it back. Randall. Randall is doubled. Yes!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now. I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
9 seconds left from the fourth. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And they go to the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
We'll see what they draw up. Three-pointer is a must.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
Substitution. Number 2, Nate Richards.
Here's Edwards. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Now here's Booker. Outside Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Done outside. Back to KD. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Shot clock at 5. Here's Beal to take the lead. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And finished off by Edwards.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
Here's Beal. And finished off by Beal.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that snipe.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Edwards with the dunk of the night.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Great action here if you're just joining us about 1 minute into OT. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Beal. And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. The magnitude At this juncture in the game, clearly warranting a timeout. Four on the clock. Durant just inside the line. It drops.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Edwards drives in. Phoenix grabs the miss. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Now Durant. It's stolen by Edwards. Edwards on the bounce. Count it.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
Pass to Durant. Back to Booker. Stolen by McDaniels. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Money!
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony.